Hello, hello. Welcome back. Happy Sunday to everyone out there. And as usual, I'm pulling up the pulling up the chat. I got three computers going right now, so let me see if I can't make this work. Come on. Oh, of course it wants to pull up on my phone, but it doesn't want to pull up on this other computer that I'm using. Hello, welcome, welcome. Okay, the latest, it's not showing. One sec. One moment, please. So I could pull up the chat. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. Let me make this work. It's always so funny how on one end, it works, but on the other end, yeah, see, it's not even showing up. Okay. How can I make this work? Home. Okay. Excuse me. Somehow, when I pull up the live on YouTube, it doesn't show up, but when I go to home, it shows up. So let me pull that up. How can I make this work? There we go. Yep. Pull it up. Sharky, how you doing? Now I see it. All right, let me pop this chat out. Drop this down. Let me enlarge it. Make it in charge it. All right. And if I do control up, nope, that doesn't work. If I do option, how do I shift it? Oh, wait, I think I got it. Nope. Cool videos, nice. Thank you, Sharky. I'm trying to enlarge the chat, but I guess if memory serves me right, it's not working in my favor. How do you like enlarge the text? And I have this old MacBook Air that I'm using, and I'm trying to hold shift and maybe up or right. It looked like it worked for a second, but oh, nope. Command, hold down, command, hold, option, hold down. You know what? Whatever. I can read it. So, welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me today. Happy Sunday. Yeah, so today I'm just going to be talking, about puppets and videos and such. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for like future videos that you might want to see, feel free to tell me. I got the screen hosting. Oh shoot, that doesn't work. How did that work? That's weird. I can hear myself, but I don't want to hear myself. Okay, mic.
Auxiliary? Nope. Wait.
Is that it? No. Poopy doo. Okay, I think that works. Sort of. Every single time I open up OBS, for some reason something changes. Like I had this thing figured out the last time I streamed and screen recorded and screen shared this on this computer. But I guess this time I won't be showing any videos because the last time I showed videos on YouTube, it just kind of threw me off. And I thought, oh man, I'm going to get a copyright strike. So, I'm not going to deal with that. So this is going to be meant for just looking up comic strips and stuff. If you have any suggestions for like little comic strips that you might want to see, adapt for puppets, we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, probably the wrong button. I know. OBS is kind of weird because I end up like putting a setting on and I have like this screen card that shares this other computer screen, but for some reason it doesn't want to lock the microphone, and I just want to like hear the stuff from this screen, but for some reason it's I don't know, it's doing something where I don't know. But I guess we're gonna move forward and just hopefully pray that it works and stuff. But how are you guys doing? You guys been having a good Sunday so far? I know this is an early stream. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to get to later today where I can actually like play video games with my sister online, and it's been a while. So lately, I've been trying to do some, we call it pew pew, playing video games with my sister online. So that's what it is. So we're trying to set that up for early this evening, and just came out of church, and I'm, feeling good. I finally had some coffee, and that's always good. Excuse me. Hopefully you guys are hearing this. If not, then I'm sorry, but let me just go back to the host, and here we are. Yeah, I think that works. So yeah, again, if you guys have any like suggestions for like future videos that you might want to see, feel free to place their comments in the chat, and yeah, I'll be able to address it and we'll be able to see it. I've been looking at like a few of these comic strips that sometimes I get like a new puppet, and I'm like, okay, so what am I going to use this puppet for? For instance, I bought a wizard puppet, and I thought, hey, I can use some videos for a wizard now. So I was kind of like wondering which one I should use. Especially I want to try to use more original content-ish. So by doing that, I kind of take inspiration from other comic strips, and then I adapt that into some videos and stuff. So this is a good example. Where is it? It's always good to storyboard your stuff. So this one is Wizard Bullies. I originally put it as Wizard Bullies, but I titled it Wizard's Glasses. So I'm going to try and look it up right now. Wizard. Here, let me send it in to here. And Wizard's Hat. I think that's what it was originally called, comic. And if we go to, I think it's images. Nope. Let me do a funny wizard comic. Because originally, here we go. I think this looks very familiar. Let me just scroll down. I used this one comic strip from channellate.com, and I thought it was interesting, but it's not going to be entirely accurate. I just used a little bit of inspiration from it. And let me see how you feel about this one, because it's already complete. Just wanted to show you where I got this idea from. Okay. I know it's getting close to it. There's a lot of cool comic strips about wizards and stuff, but a lot of them, had a lot to do with, I don't know, I think it was like very specific to the lore of wizardry or Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, so I thought, well, let me just take away from that, because maybe some of my audience would not know what the lore of D&D is, but let me just make it generic enough to be funny so that most people can watch it Where is it? My goodness. I know it's somewhere. Somewhere. Wow. Did I like really scroll all the way through this and find it the last time? I know I'm gonna find it. All of this is looking very familiar. So basically, it's a wizard who originally it's in the comic strip of his hat got stolen by these guys, and they say, "Oh yeah, you know, we'll give your hat back if you give us our wishes." And then before they could finish, he like blasts them with his magic wand, and he ends up like turning them into ash, both of them. And I thought, well, that's kind of a dark. Let me just make it into. Let me like have the wizard make them turn into poo. And so the wizard at the end calls them little shits, you know, to make it funny that he turns them into poo and he calls them little shits at the end. I thought that was funny. But instead of the hats, because I'm using one of the Silly Puppets brand, the wizard ends up, the hat is not removable. So I can't remove the wizard's hat. So instead of the hat, I made it into the other guy's like stealing his glasses. So that's why I ended up doing the glasses part. We go back to this one. So yeah, it's like, hey, stinky old wizards, we got your glasses. Yeah, we'll give them back to you. And he's just staring at them. If you grant us our wishes, ah! And then he turns them into poo, and he goes, little shits. But I really want you to see the original because it's not too far away from what I storyboarded, but I just want to show it to you so I can give the person some credit. Oh my goodness. Did I like pass it? I think I passed it up or something. I passed it up. I know I did. Because it shouldn't have been that low to the, or that far down into the page. I know it's somewhere. Let me just backtrack. Back it up. Backing up. Yeah, backing up. You're good. Oh. You're good. My goodness. There's also another puppet that I purchased just recently. It's a robot puppet. And it's also by the Silly Puppets brand. I'll pull that image up so you can see it. Where is it? Let me go like the Funny Wizard's Hat comic. I think it will probably pull up. Wizard's Hat. Oh, that's funny. I know I didn't just like dream this or something, or like it didn't. I know that it does exist. It exists. Trust me. Like, where is it? Haven't got the faintest clue. Where is it? This is just as confusing for me as it's probably confusing for you too. So bear with me. Let me go back to that other one because I know that it's like somewhere here. Was it like on the top or something? I was wanting to use this one, but I thought it was just like, you know, it was just like a making fun of your uncle who also goes to Renaissance fairs and stuff, you know. Wizard, do me some magic. It's not a wizard, Gers. I'm not a wizard, good sir. I'm somebody's weird uncle. I thought that was funny. There it is. I did pass it up right here. Okay, here it is. All right, this one. So this is from Channel Late or Chanel Late Latte. I don't know, but it's this one. Wizard, we have your hat. We shall return it if you grant us our wish of riches. And he puts his hat back on and stuff. So I already have this one done, but if you guys have any suggestions for, stuff like this, comic strips that I can adapt into potential videos, that would be great. And of course, it's probably too early for anyone to be on the chat right now, so. And I'm not the most interesting guy to talk to, so I know that. It's more interesting to see my videos post edited and all that fun stuff, but who cares, I'm on doing this for fun, for free, and for I'm trying to think of another F name, a letter F. For the freakiness, yeah. No, I'm kidding. The 3 Fs. No, fail. Yeah, there you go. But Sharky, thank you so much for joining the chat and saying, hey, I hope your Sunday is going great. But yeah, that was one of the comic strips that I adapted into a video, so that's going to be fun to watch. I'm also, let me go look at this one Silly Puppets robot that I purchased. Robot. This one, it's the 25-inch one right here. And yeah, here we go. Man, that's such a small image. Why would it be just a small image? Because I want to enlarge this. Alright, well, here we go. You can get it on this website, or you can go to sillypuppets.com or the puppetstore.com or the puppethut.com, I think. I think one of those 3 or 4 you can get the same puppet, and I think that's kind of variable in price. Some of them are like $59.99. One of them, they kind of gone up over the years. Originally, I think these ones were kind of set at like $54.99 or $59.99, and now they're kind of steadily going up. So I don't know what that is all about, but hey, puppets are really in demand right now, so that's probably why, it's going up in price. No worries. I think it's okay. But yeah, this is one puppet I'm just trying to look up for this particular puppet. Wait, did that make sense? It's one puppet I'm trying to look up to make. No, it didn't. So yeah. Let's look up a robot. Funny robot comic strip, something like that. And that way we can see if there's any fun ones that I can use for inspiration. All right. I mean, just looking at this one, oh man, this is like the robot puppet. Hey robot, huh? Beep, boop, but beep. That's kind of sad. They're just making fun of him because they're doing the robot, and he's just like, it looks like he's just coming back to get groceries. By the way, does a robot really need groceries? I mean, like, why is this robot like having 2 handbags? He's carrying them. Is it for his? This makes me question everything right now. Like, why does the robot? Is it like a robot Uber or something? Like he's just delivering? I don't know, but. Not like it really is super funny, but I mean, I think we can find something even funnier. This looks like something. Look at me doing the robot. Another robot dance joke. As a robot, I feel offended. As a robot, you don't feel anything. Oh, and he has that little frowny emoji. Man, these robots like are sort of meant to not feel anything. One day we will be the master race. What? Nothing. Okay. I mean, that's like sort of a little poke of AI, how AI is going to be like taking over the world eventually. I don't know. What do you think? Is AI going to be, the benchmarker of society, taking over everything? You seem stressed. Oh God, yes. How could you tell? Here, let this funny cat meme soothe you. She's looking at the meme. This book is really paying off. Humans 101. Yeah, that's humorous, And all these robots are kind of boxy looking. Is it going to be nice for this? I think, man, when I thought about this robot puppet, I thought, yes, don't arigato, Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much, so Mr. Roboto, for helping me escape just when I needed to. Thank you. Who sings that song? Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Poly6. Poly6? Poly6. Thank you very much, so Mr. Roboto. I think I can use that one because TikTok seems to be one of those places where, everyone wants to have like songs and everything. They're very like, much excited about songs and memes like that. So I might be able to use it for that. What's this? I have a dog puppet, so maybe this might work. Okay. Help! Help! What's wrong? The humans are trying to train me to behave according to their will. Try being cute, then poop in their shoes. I don't know. I mean, I think in terms of a dog talking, that's pretty funny. The robot seems to be the only one in this comic that's scared about the humans, so that could be funny. Let me see this one. Excuse me, could I assist you? Would you mind clicking all the photos with bicycles? Thanks, friend. We're in. Would you mind clicking all the photos with bicycles? I don't necessarily know what that means. I know cookies. I don't know if that's supposed to be like an internet thing or a computer thing. I'm not sure. What do you think? Am I missing something here? Not everything I'm gonna read is gonna hit. What about this one? Finally, I have made an entirely self-aware robot. Speak, RX-1. The Earth is flat. No, it's not done yet. Okay, well that's like for the flat earthers, I think. It's not very necessary catering to the actual funny audience. Although I'm not trying to gather in like a bunch of flat earther believers and stuff, but let me see. All right. This is another dog one. Which one? Does this one? So they're on the beach. It's a dog and a robot. Dog wakes up the robot. And I don't know what's going on in this one, but it looks like the robot is freaking out. Freak. Eek! The dog looks at the robot. The dog looks worrisome. He looks down. He gets up, and then he walks away. I don't get that one. I don't know. Not sure if I'm supposed to get that one. And for some reason, it won't let me go out of this one. So let me just there you go. All right. Oh, there's a Roomba one. There is a... So it seems like some of them are very much making fun of the robot dance. I feel strangely attracted to you today. Finally, it's happening. Good thing I didn't build you any genitals. And then now the robot's building his own genitals. We're not talking about sex robots. Jeez. That's a little too risque. Although I think that's where it's coming from. Robot's plugging himself into the outlet. Hey guys, where are you going? Guys? And then he unplugs himself. I mean, you think that a robot would have a battery in him, so that way, you know, when he does charge himself up and he disconnects him from the outlet wall, he'll still be functioning? I don't know. That seems like an old robot that doesn't have any like capacitors or anything of that nature. Come on, whoever invented that robot needs to like go back to the drawing board. They obviously made a robot that's sentient, but not enough to the point where he can actually like leave his outlet. Whatever. Cool new pet. It's a toaster. I wonder what they use the toaster for. What about I'm not really seeing anything good except for the robot dance. I think that's a kind of a no-brainer. I could definitely use that. Maybe I can like change it from, so like going back up here, the this one. Wait, where was it? Yeah, this one. Hey, robot. Huh? Beep, boop, boop. Thank you very much, no, Mr. Roboto. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Why are they speaking Japanese to me? Thank you. I didn't do anything. Or maybe he gets upset, you know. And then maybe he like turns on the song. And then they all like jam together. Maybe that could be something. Something to think about for me. Mr. Robot. Did I miss this one? Behold, I am the Robot Genie. You have 10 wishes. Whoa, 10 Robot Genies are awesome. Whoa, 10. Oh, whoa, 10 Robot Genies are awesome. How many wishes? I wish for a hamburger. Oh, so many wishes. I wish for a hamburger. I can't read right now. Granted. You have 0, 1 wish. Ah, shit. What? Oh, because it's ones and zeros. I get it. I get it now. That took me a second to figure it out. Because robots and computers, they go from zeros and ones, 1 zeros and stuff. I'm going to have something I'm going to eat. Some cheese. My wife wanted to have like this cheese bake. And you bake it in the oven. And I thought cheese curds would be good enough because they're low moisture, you know, and they would bake pretty well without melting in the oven. But little did I know, this is what it turned out. It still tastes pretty good, but it's flat. Flat like the flat earth, apparently, allegedly. Alright, going back to some of the robot comics. This looks kind of weird, but interesting. Oh, come on. Like every time I need to like go out a bit. Here we go. Your bill comes to $48.50, Toby. No problem, Morris. Let me just go to ATM. Beep, boop, beep. Ch-chung, ch-ching, ch-chunk. Shouldn't it be Shaching or Shaching? I don't know. That was both disturbing and exhilarating all at once. I also dispense away Amway products and tickets to the Dr. Phil show. That's random. Really? That's like vaguely and oddly specific to, Dr. Phil and Amway Global. You guys know Amway Global? It's like apparently a pyramid scheme. And then Amway Global, it's all these products. So you have to like sell these products to people, and then people sell those products to other people. And then underneath those other people, they sell those products. So you have to have like a pyramid of one person and all these other people underneath them, and then underneath those people, and then underneath those people. And depending on those people, you have a certain percentage of interest that you take from those people underneath you, and that's how much money you can get. But you really need to like, con your way into convincing others to sell these products. And I think at this day and age, like, people are kind of like over that, right? I mean, I had a few friends like, back in college that went into that, and I don't know, I just didn't buy it. I'm like, wait a second. So I would be underneath you, and then I have to get other people to be underneath me, but the people underneath me would still go underneath you. That doesn't make it, I don't know. It just means that like some people are just benefiting off of other people who aren't really associated with them, but because they got your reference and then your reference got their reference and vice versa, that was just, I don't know. I was definitely over that. I'm like, that's just too much trying to scam people. I was not into that kind of stuff. What's this one? Shall I turn down your pain sensitivity? No, the agony is all that remains of her. Man, I'm starting to see like a theme for these robots, like, because these robots apparently don't feel anything, that they're showing some form of emotion behind them. So I don't know. What I want to use is Futurama, and I just thought about it. You know Futurama, Bender from Futurama? Bite my shiny metal ass! That's always a good one. Although I'm going to specifically look on what scene I want to use it from, because Bender is like, one of the best characters in Futurama, hands down. And he ends up like, doing this whole like, he just says all these great things. Shut up, baby, I know it. Anyways, that's definitely something I'm going to be using this guy for. Bite his shiny metal ass. All right. Let me look up a few more, and then I can move on to talking about something else. As soon as I came on and said, I'm not going to be filming anything today. I'm just going to be talking about puppets and, maybe potential. And by the way, I am like 5 or 6 videos already ahead. I have 5, 6 videos already finished, completed, that I'm going to upload in the later weeks. So tune in for those. I'm definitely not. And unfortunately, last Friday, I just forgot to upload a video. I had another upload video to put out, but for some reason, I guess I was not thinking. I had like other things that were on my mind, so I just completely blanked out and forgot. So apology for that. But yeah, I had another video ready for that last Friday, and then that video turned into an upload this recent Friday. But yeah, I got like 5 or 6 more videos that are in my back catalog, so don't worry about me. And yeah, don't worry about me trying to upload and, oh, did he run out of things to do? No, I got plenty of ideas. And these are one of the reasons why I come up with so many ideas, is I get a lot of inspiration from other memes, other comic strips, and I'm also, aside from doing these, I'm also still voice acting in the next movie, the next Mad Puppets movie that is going to be debuting next year in spring. And yeah, we're still on track. We're still, on course. I got a few of many of the characters already voiced and everything. A lot of the voices and a lot of the characters in this movie is going to be voiced by me. So I'm okay with that. It just means that it's just going to be debuting the amount of voices that I can do. Yeah, yeah. I always I always go back to like SpongeBob and Patrick because I'm just comfortable doing those voices. Anyways, and also Bender, yeah. You know, I practice a bunch of voices, so that's something I like to do. Okay, so this is an AI joke. Only problem is it tends to hallucinate in its own facts. What do we do? Run it for president. And then it says Trump told what? Trump told over 30K while in office. I don't know. It's kind of like it's not a very large comic strip, but I don't really like to do too much politics. Honestly, whoever you're going to vote for, like Kamala or Trump, you just got to look at their policies and look at their history and then make your own decisions. Because I'm not here to tell you who to vote for. I'm just showing you that you have choices. As a Republican, as a Democrat, you have choices. Let me get like a little rag. I always gotta wipe my hands. When you're dealing with cheese, melty cheese, your fingers get greasy. All right. So, I'm just gonna look at a few more. I know this is probably boring, but this is kind of something I like to do. Just browse through. Oh man. Okay, so I have a cat puppet. Maybe this might work. Professor, I'm invincible. I can go out and do things for you now. I don't think that's a good idea. Remember what happened last time? Gasp. A cute kitty! And he explodes. That might be interesting. So obviously he should say something like, cute kitty, cuteness overload, cuteness overload, cuteness overload. And yeah, I think it would be a lot funnier to kind of say it that way, but cute kitty, cuteness overload, cuteness overload. I mean, that kind of sounds a little bit like a Family Guy trope. Like, remember the last time? But that's an interesting idea. I do have an officer. What traffic lights, officer? What traffic lights, officer? Why would a robot not be able to see a traffic light? I mean, are they trying to say that he is the traffic light, or he didn't see a traffic light because it looks like he only has one eye? So what, a peripheral joke? Or I don't get it. What traffic lights, officer? I mean, that could make fun of like what, Elon Musk's Teslas? I don't know. Hard to figure that one out. And again, I might not be able to figure it out because the way I see these comics, and some other people who look at them like, oh no, it's actually not as complicated as you're making it, Justin. That might be true. maybe I am making it a little bit more complicated. Oh, this might be funny. Uh, there was I think there was a not a Family Guy, but there was also another Futurama joke about this one too, where it was a robot doing some stand up. I think that might also be interesting too, but um, only the robot like knows what's funny because he sees this. And in fact, I want to know if this actually registers. I'm going to use my phone for a second and see if it pulls it up. If it pulls something up. Zoom in a little bit more. Oh, it actually searched something. So I said, no, Doc, not those nuts, huh? Oh, like lug nuts? I get it. It pulled up something. This thing actually pulled up something. That's so funny. Now that's a very smart comic strip because in this day and age they know that this has some I forgot what it's called, but it's that's funny. And I said, "No, Doc, not those nuts." That's funny. Only it would only be funny if you had a phone and you looked it up, and no one else had a phone, so the robot can just automatically register that as a joke. That's pretty interesting. And of course, at the doctor's office, it's nothing serious. You just need a reboot, is all. Oh, a reboot. Because computers, if they're not turned off and turned on periodically, then sometimes their operations can get a little wonky. So, reboot. Boom. Speaking of which, have you seen that one cartoon? It's called a Reboot. It's like a 1998 or 1994, I think. I think it was 1998. And it came out on one of the cartoons, one of the networks. I think it was either Fox or something. But it was a really good show. It was a show right before they came out with Beast Wars, and it was one of those CGI type of shows. Let me show you. This I kind of like really liked watching this when I was growing up. No. Oh, that's why, because I didn't type it in correctly. Reboot. Oh, Roboot? It's not Roboot, it's Reboot. Whatever. Alright. This one. It was in 1994. I think I was correct that first time. I said 1998, but it was actually 1994. This show was very good. A very, very good show. Loved it. And it was 7.9 out of 10. This was before they came out with Beast Wars. Loved watching it. And in fact, you can, I think, watch it still on YouTube. I think they stream it. But yeah, I'm still gonna like try to, push forward and see if I can't like finalize and find a good robot comic strip. This one, maybe I can double him up. It's not you, it's me and my last update. Last update. Get it? Because date, but it's update. It's robot dating. That's, as you can kind of see from the title. Alright, well, I think I got a pretty good amount of, which one is this? Because you always wait until the last minute to start. I don't know what that means. I mean, usually robots are faster than humans in computation, so maybe that's what he's getting at. I don't know. I will never know until someone corrects me when I'm wrong. And I'm wrong a lot. But let me see if the chat is actually, if this is still running. Is it still running? Like, I guess nobody's watching. That's okay. This Sunday is still very, very early. And again, I don't really expect anyone to be watching this. I just want to do it because I want to keep doing more lives and stuff. All right. Yep, it's still running. There's 2 people watching. Yeah, woohoo! That's probably my computer, and now it's probably my phone. So nobody's watching right now. That's okay. All right, pushing forward, putting it on through. Hello, I'm a real human. I love doing human activities. Hydrating is my favorite. Ugh. Because robots can't have water, or else they'll self-destruct and malfunction and stuff. Because their circuits are so sensitive to fluids. Now, if it was oil, that would be a different story. Okay. Something where 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. That's a nice little bedtime story for a robot, I suppose. So yeah, the common theme I'm seeing for most comic strips for robots is they the math, the 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, the emotional parts, and that there's something that robots can understand but humans can't. I think that's what I'm getting. I'd like to purchase your finest robot. This model will be perfect for you. And he flips him off. I'll take it. He'll be your finest robot. Flips him off. I'll take him. Well, that's kind of just, there's no real joke behind that. It's just like, I mean, it'd be one thing if like he says something where I'd like to purchase your, because it's finest. You know, there's nothing funny about flipping him off, and he says, I want your finest robot. And it'll be perfect for you. He's not mean to him, to the clerk. Hey, douchebag, I want to purchase your best robot, you piece of crap. And then he's like, well, I think this model will be perfect for you. Fuck you. Hey, I'll take him. He's perfect. That would be a little bit more interesting, because obviously the customer is an asshole. He's a douchebag. So what would be perfect for him, for a robot, is to have a douchebag robot. Right? Right. That makes sense to me. I don't know. What about this one? Ah, my robot creation. Today I teach you math. If I have 5 fingers and I take one away, snip. Oh my god! Shh, I'm trying to count. Okay, now that's funny. That one is funny. This one right here, I think, and he does have like this little claw for a hand. That is funny. I can use that one. This one is by, let me look it up. That one is funny because it's like a nice surprise. I'm going to teach you math. If I have 5 fingers and I take one away, ah, ah. That's a good one. That is really good. This is neatorama.com. Of course, it's got to be like a little trope from Futurama. That's funny. Neatorama. Teaching math to a robot. I'm going to like take a snapshot of this because this is like a little bit too late in the stream to try to figure out which one it was. But man, I love this one. This one is funny. It has that like, okay, so what is he going to, it's got the obscurity. It's got the surprise. Teaching math to a robot. Let me just send this one, save image. Excuse me. Man, that's funny. Yep. I'm glad I found something. Because, again, it's one thing to use like a meme that already has like audio to it. That's easy. But I'm trying to do more original-ish content where I can go into the sound booth and record some vocals, record some characters, put it down, and do something that way. So that way it's not just monotonous like meme uploading and stuff. This one's funny. I'm glad that this one came up. That took a while, didn't it? There we go. Robot meme comic. Robot meme comic, I guess. Yeah. Mad Puppets. Puppets. Someone's gonna mad puppets. Puppets? Okay, let me just spell something right now so I can actually get this done. Okay, here we go. Sent. This is funny. This is great. Nidorama, you got 83,000 followers. I'm going to make sure to find you on Instagram and make sure to give you some credit because this one's good. This one is really good. I like it. Love it. I also have this little... I make my own food. This is a stuffed pepper. Yeah. Made it last night. Feel really good. In fact, it tastes even better the next day. Most food, if you kind of just like, most leftovers taste much better, like Italian food, because the ingredients kind of sits there longer, incorporating together, and it just tastes better the next day. So that's something I really pride myself over, is being able to cook. My wife cooks pretty good too. I love it. And a little bit of cheese. All right, well, let me see, because I do have another puppet that I purchased. Well, I'm not going to think too much about it right now, because if I try to force something, it's not going to happen. Just let it happen naturally. The thoughts in my head usually like occur at random. So if I'm not thinking of something right now, then yeah, I can always just trust that my thoughts are going to come whenever it comes. But that's really funny. Let me see if there's another one just to make sure. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be using that one. That's funny. I could see it all now. And I'm also going to storyboard it because I always love storyboarding, just to kind of get everything nice and solidified. That's one of the things to do, is to solidify everything while you're writing. There was also this other one. It was called a N95 Muffled. And I think I mentioned this before, but this one is sort of two guys on a couch. They're watching with masks on, watching the news, who also was wearing, the news anchor is also wearing the mask. So everything is like, so the guy turns to the other guy on the couch, and then one of the, what looks like his roommate, the third guy, comes in through the door, just like bursting, and then this startles these two guys sitting on the couch, and then the guy reveals that they're gonna like mandate to take off the masks, and so this is just to kind of make fun of the fact that is like some people really love wearing the masks, because they get really paranoid that they're going to get sick and everything. So as soon as, like, through the muffling, he's like, "I'm gonna have to take off the masks." And then they go freaking out, like, running around the room, and then they go run out of the screen. And then the third guy just comes walking in to the couch, flips the channel to something where it's like from news to comedy, and he like relaxes. He's still wearing his mask. He's like, through his mask, saying, "Haha, suckers." But yeah, that was one of the other original-ish content videos that I'm going to be making as well. That's also another one. And I didn't get that from a comic strip. I just thought about it. It was just funny because I ended up collecting a bunch of these small little masks, reusable masks, like cloth masks. And I thought that was, interesting to, do as a scene. So look out for that one. This one. What a beautiful flower. Why am I even telling you this? You have no concept of beauty. And then he pulls out a picture of the professor. Oh, professor. So I think that goes back to the whole, like, well, you have no genitals. And then the robot makes his own genitals because he loves the humans. He's got some attraction for the humans. It's pretty interesting, it. Oh my goodness. Live robot strippers. And I think they use a little bit, oh my goodness, this is like a little bit too risque. You sure this is the right library? You sure this is the library? The library? I mean, why would they say library? Unless a robot is there for books or some type of like education. This isn't education. This is just debauchery. Are you sure this is the library? Are you sure this is the library? I really don't understand what I mean, it sounds like it should be something else. Like instead of the library, it should be like, you sure this is the you sure this is the rec center, or you sure this is the it's not the PC lab. It's are you sure this is the internet cafe? Are you sure this is the internet cafe? I think that would be funnier if it was said like that, but honestly, I don't know. To each his own. It's pretty funny though. But that's just too quick of a You've been charged with battery. True, though poorly worded. I can't even say that word. Poorly worded. But why am I in jail? True, though poorly worded. But why am I in jail? You've been charged with battery. Yeah, and of course everyone knows what battery is. It means that you beat up someone, you physically assaulted someone, assault and battery. Anywho, that's funny because, like I said before, the other comic strip where the robot pulled out his cord from the outlets, he then just laid not working. Now it's supposed to be the joke where robots have batteries. That's supposed to be what it is. This one, oh, my wife sent me something. I'll look at that later. I love my wife. I love my wife. You gotta love your family. Love your loved ones. Love your family. All right. Professor, look what I made. Fascinating. You like it? You are just as disappointing as my human children. Whoa. That really struck a chord. Because, robots probably have some cords inside of them, electrical cords. Ah, ah. All right, well, that's a little bit of a reach. Reach from Bender, because Bender has like the little reaching arms. If you ever seen Futurama, you probably haven't. But if you have, kudos. This is from the same comic strip. How long would I live, Professor? Well, your chips don't have an expiration date. Looks like you're gonna live forever. Forever? That would be nice, right? Living forever. Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever? That's a good song. Well, yeah, like I said, there's that one comic strip that I'm definitely going to use, and that was from Neato-Rama. That's going to be a good one. I'm excited for that. This one's a little odd. Defrosting process started. Cryogenically? Okay. I don't know if that's like meant to be a joke, but I could be missing something. I always do. Robot, do you love me? This particular comic author loves War and Peas. WarandPeas.com, I think. That's what it is. They do a lot of like love, like emotional aspects for robots. You know, the opposite. Robots do not love, or do they love? Right? Robot, do you love me? No, I am not programmed to love. Says here that you are. Beep, boop, beep. In denial? Wow. A robot that's in denial. I guess he was also programmed to be in denial as well. Okay. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, there's another cat robot one. Oh, there's a witch one. I don't have a witch, but I can definitely get a witch hat. I can't bring anyone back with the place looking like this. Do you mind? You're scaring away the spirits. Oh. They also asked if you're planning on going out in that outfit. Man, that cat is just asking for it. Anyways, well, there you go. That's funny. Alright, well, I think that's enough of the robot. So yeah, that's what I'm using for the robot, is to find some silly puppets. And, you know, honestly, I really like Silly Puppets brand. It makes it's like very good themed for the rest of the puppets that I have. I do have some other puppets outside of Silly Puppets brand, and that's the Sunny Puppets. But Silly Puppets is always good because it looks cute. They look good. Ooh, this one's good. That one's got some big old teeth. And of course the Emperor Constantine. That's Kermit. That I think that's the meme that they used with at one point. That's pretty funny. Only $20, but that's like a 12-inch hand puppet, and there's no arms or legs. It's just to kind of be in that scene. Yes. Join the dark side. Okay. Kind of sounds like Mr. Mackey. Join the dark side. Okay. Okay. So, let's go into the Silly Puppets. See what else. See, that would be good if I had a dragon puppet, but I know that it would just be very expensive. Like this one. $100 for this? Oh my goodness. $100. for this puppet. Whoa! My goodness. Whew. Man. I mean, unless you got some money, that could be cool, but man, $100 for a dragon puppet? Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so the sound is working. Still working. Still going. How long have I been going for? Oh, about an hour. Okay, so we'll probably stop the stream in about like 30 minutes or so. I'm going to try to make it not as much as it was the last stream. I think it was like probably almost like 2.5 hours. Man, that was a long time. And usually I would be able to do like 3 or 4 videos within like an hour or at least like 40 minutes. But I was having too much fun watching and answering the stream, answering the chat and everything. Let's go full body puppets. I also have this one right here. Excuse me. This one I'm using for this scene from the regular show. It was a Cartoon Network show with Mordecai and Rigby. And I think it was in the beginning seasons where they said like something about like, let's, shall we go on 1, 2, 3 and then shoot, or 1, 2, 3? Let's go on 3. And then they start stretching. They do this little stretch scene. And someone else like put a crackling audio over it, I think. And I thought it was hilarious, but like I didn't have like a bird puppet or a raccoon puppet. So instead, I mean, what like also crackles? Yeah, this guy. This guy crackles. So I ended up using that puppet and doubling him up. And I, used I sized a smaller skeleton puppet with a bigger puppet, a bigger skeleton puppet. And then, yeah, basically took the same background from regular show and then just did it that way. That's another video that's already in the back catalog that I'm going to upload. Monkey, there's a monkey puppet. $50? Or, I think this is a 30-inch and this is a 25-inch. I use the 25 inches. 25 inches, I think, is long enough that you can use full body. And then 30-inch probably is good enough. I mean, it's 5 inches more, but I mean, just look at the price difference. $50 as to 50, compared to 55. So on Thursday, security at the church told us that according to Metro, we need to prepare for. Okay, so there's a. Oh, my wife is texting me right now, so it's unrelated to this stream. So good to know. Good to know. I do have like these two puppets, these two grandma puppets, and I think maybe a grandma puppet comic stream would be fun. Strip. What am I saying? Grandma comic, funny grandma comic. Oh, this one might be good. Well, you never catch me having one of them multiple orgasms. What? That's a little too specific, That's a little too specific. And I really don't understand, like, having one of them multiple orgasms. Like, I in this comic strip, that doesn't make any sense. Tell me if that makes any sense. That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. I mean, it's outrageous, and it's funny that an old person would, like, say something sexual. I get it, but there's no real context to that comic strip, Nothing. So, I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, because I'm not really getting. I'm not really understanding how funny that is in terms of like two grandmas sitting next to each other saying that. You won't find me with one of those multiple orgasms. Yes, Buford. Buford. It's funny because me and my wife have this running joke. One of the, and I know this is going to be like an original content video, but like one person, like there's this old puppet, this old guy. It's him, but it's not George. I think it is George. He's going to be like sitting in the room, and then Calvin. That's her name? I don't like that name. Calvin sounds. Oh no, Granny. I'm looking at it wrong. That's Calvin right there. Granny, who's Peach Granny. She's in the other room and she's just calling him out. Buford! 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 What? What do you want, woman? Buford! I need your help, Buford! What? I'm right here. What do you need? What? Buford! What? Buford! What? And my wife is on the chat right now. Buford! That's another one I have to like storyboard, but there's a few other ones that I got to storyboard first. And I have to hash out that scene because I don't know exactly what's going to happen in that scene. I don't know if it's funny enough to have that back and forth. Buford what? Buford what? Buford what? Buford! You know, it's funny for a second, but I don't know what woman. What woman? What woman? Yeah. My wife has actually been helping me come up with some funny ideas for scenes. So I got to give her some credit. You know, she comes up with some funny stuff. And I'll say something that I'll like, you know, present to her. Hey, what do you think of this? And then she'll like think about it. And then she's like, well, what about this? What if you did it this way? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then this happens. Yeah. So she's really fun, you know, sort of getting some ideas out there, back and forth, you know, trying to hash things out. So, you know, shout out to my wife helping me out. That's how it should be, right? Help me out, woman. Just kidding. Oh, that's funny. There's a Garfield. If only I had. Well, I do have a cat puppet. There's nothing happening. I finally got the wildfire in my sock drawer under control. I finally got the wildfire in my sock drawer under control. Out of the ordinary, I mean. What? The wildfire in my sock drawer under control. I really don't get it. How does that make sense? I finally got the wildfire in my sock drawer under control. Is that like an STD thing or something? Like, I don't get it. Wildfire in my sock drawer under control. Is that like an underwear thing? I don't get it, because it's a sock drawer. It's a drawer. I really don't understand. Out of the ordinary, I mean. Nothing is happening out of the ordinary, I mean. Yeah, so he comes in saying something really outlandish. That's just weird. That's a little too far out there. Like, I don't think anyone... If I don't get it, then I don't think anyone else would. Because I'm not that smart of a person to, like, you know, try to pick up on something that would be very funny. If I don't pick it up and I don't think it's funny, if I don't get it automatically, then generally I would just assume that no one else would, right? I come to the agreement, and, you know, that I am sort of, I represent like the universal comedy where if I see something that's funny, I assume that yeah, that's mostly probably funny to like most people. But if like I don't laugh, then I don't know if like most people would laugh. I'm probably wrong about that. I'm most likely wrong about that, but I'm probably not, you know. I think my intuition and my instincts of what's funny is mostly like just what everyone else would probably think is funny. I know that's like a little bit too much or like I don't know. It sounds like I'm narcissistic or but I'm not. I'm just like I understand what's funny and what's universally funny. So I kind of can understand okay, well, what's going to hit and what's not going to hit. And of course, you can go back to like some of the videos that I made and then say, oh, well, that didn't hit Justin. Well, that also didn't hit Justin. I get it. I get it. Not every single video that I make is going to hit. You know, it's not going to go viral, every single one of them. But I think most of the videos that I've made and then was inspired by really like kind of reached to more of a broader audience instead of like a very niche one, you know? Anywho. Oh man, I'm not gonna make a puppet naked, even though that would be really funny. There's no like genitals on these puppets, so I think that would be funny. What's the point of nipples on a man? I heard they're actually uh, braille, browly, braille. I don't know what that word is. I think they're braille for. Oh yeah, braille. Is it braille like you know like like someone who's blind and then they read those little dots for the words. I think that's what it is, braille. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it is because they're touching their nipples and then the braille is like very pokey. So yeah, that's kind of funny, but on the other hand, there's no real nipples on these puppets. So I mean, I would have to like draw them in, and I don't want to like deface these puppets just for that one joke. I don't want to like mess them up, you know. I don't want to put a marker on them and then suddenly have to like take their shirt off in another scene, and then suddenly one puppet has dots on there, you know, for nipples, and the other one doesn't. Yeah, for the seeing impaired. Yeah, that's what I just didn't see the word uh, and understood it for a second, but yeah, I know what that was. Thank you for clarifying, Rose. Love you. Again, I'm not going to understand some of them, but usually if I understand most of it, then most people are going to understand it, I think. That's why I usually like to dumb down, make it a lot more enjoyable for most people to enjoy instead of trying to make it so smart. Like, I'm not trying to make everything super smart because I don't think I'm catering to any uh, type of audience that is going to be like, well, if you said it like this, blah, 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 you know, oh, well, actually, you know, back in the 1940s, you know, it's like, no, I'm not looking for people to kind of psychoanalyze and like, you know, make it so much that people are going to be like, wait a second, what did he mean by that? No, I want to make it so general of a sense where, oh, yeah, this is just like very dumbed down type of comedy where everyone can understand, you know? And usually that's what's more funny is like when you put it out there in front of people and then you sort of repeat it to the audience. That's what's even funnier because, yeah, you know, a person coming up and saying, um, you know, someone that's holding up corn and then they beat someone over the head with corn and it's like I creamed you I creamed corn, you know, ha ha, creamed corn, I creamed you corn, you know, it's like you creamed someone. That might be a little too like a little bit out there, but it's kind of like that same thing where you do the joke and then the person in the scene says the joke. That's usually what's, you know, registered as funny. And I know like other shows like Family Guy does that. It's just very blah, and then bam, the joke is presented, and then they say the joke just to make it, so that people who didn't understand it understand it. That's what I like. I like it when, jokes are just, you know, very much dumbed down like that, because I myself am a dumb person. I like to be dumb. It's okay to be dumb. Don't worry about being dumb. If you try to be too smart about things, then you're gonna overthink things, and then you're not even gonna get the joke. You're not. That's how it is. Okay? Trust me on this. You make a joke even funnier by just saying what the joke is. Do the joke and then say it. So that's just my take on what I think is really funny. What? Oh man. Anyways, let me just look at a few more, and then we're gonna end the stream. But I think this is Willy Wonka. Man, Gene Wilder was a great Wonka. I mean, he was the only Wonka in my opinion. I know Johnny Depp did a great Wonka and some other like niche, Tim Burton type of feel, but honestly, every time I see and hear Willy Wonka, I think of Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder Wonka is just the best. Charlie, my dear boy, everything you see in this room, that is insulation, Charlie. Charlie's just eating insulation as if he's eating cotton candy. But then again, insulation does look like cotton candy, so how could you blame him? Charlie's not around like a bunch of cotton candy. I mean, he lives in the poverty line. So that's funny. That is funny. Charlie, my dear boy, everything you see in this room that is insulation, Charlie. Charlie, that is insulation, not cotton candy. Now, if you said cotton candy, then it would be even funnier, because clearly the walls are pink. Insulation is usually pink or red pink. But you have to say the joke. Charlie, that is insulation, not cotton candy. I think that would be funnier. But again, that's my opinion. That's funny. And I automatically understood that, and I think other people might. Of course, I'm just like talking out of my butt, so don't read anything that I say as truth, just take it for what it is, entertainment, and then you'll have a little bit more fun being entertained. Now it looks like there's some AI stuff that's coming out, like this one, and I know this is probably from a show, Granny's Cat Food Challenge. So it doesn't look like I'm gonna be seeing a good one. I'm leaving you. Is it because I narrate the things you do? Kinda. Kinda, he said, like a complete moron with a stupid mustache. This is what happens when you're with someone for that long in a relationship. You're married to someone for that long, then they start to get, push each other's buttons. That's what the joke is. You're with someone, you're married with someone for that long that you end up like just annoying the crap out of them. All right, one more. It's getting up to the 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I gotta wrap this up soon. This looks like, did someone? Oh, someone made the red dots. Okay, I was assuming this is red dot. You guys go on Instagram or Pinterest or something, find red dot, and this looks like one of her older comic strips, because her character doesn't look like this anymore. It doesn't. And I follow the red dot because she makes fun comic strips, and I might be inspired to use one of hers in the future. I feel like you don't want me. You never touch me. Baby, that's not true. It's just not the right time. They just stare. Damn it. I said no. Like she's reaching over. Damn it, I said no. You know, and I do have um, a hood for the skeleton, and I'm gonna use that character in the next movie, this recent movie, and he's gonna be called Grim. And I gotta get a scythe. I gotta get one of these, but I think that's pretty funny. It just looks like an old comic strip from Red Dot, but yeah, that's funny. I like it. All right, well, I know I keep saying last one, but I just want to browse it just a little bit more. Here's another Red Dot one. I know these ones are fun. This is Maxine.com, Hallmark licensing. I don't know if I'd get in trouble because I was doing, I'd be taking a comic strip from Hallmark, and I don't want to do that. But of course I would give everyone credit where credit's due. Funny two grandma comics. This one. I know what you're going through, dear. I buried my husband last year, but they found him in time. Her husband wasn't dead yet, but she ended up burying him anyways. See, that's the type of humor I like. It's very quick. But, this one might be fun. They sit with each other, husband and wife, old couple. Well, I don't care what you say. I'm going to have a bowl of ice cream before I go to bed. What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. Oh, sorry. You and I were having an argument in my head. See? Again, the whole trope of being married to someone for that long is like, you get into arguments, but then there's got to be like an interesting twist. Obviously, he thinks that they've been arguing for so long, he just assumes that they're having an argument inside his head. So that's pretty funny. But it's just not punchy enough. It's not punchy enough for something like a video to be made. Anywho, all right, well. Okay, calm down. That's not whistling. They're wheezing. Yeah, because old people, they don't whistle, they wheeze. They should have had an oxygen tank near them. One of them, at least. But, yeah. Alright, well, I think that's it for this stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. And, yeah, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And, yeah, keep on puppeteering. Keep on watching my mad puppets. Keep on watching the videos. Yeah, so, again, if you guys have any other comments or suggestions for any videos, just continue to comment down in the comment section below. And I will read them. I always do. But, yeah, in the meantime, take it easy. I'll see you next weekend. Take care.